Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not just talking, he really means business and will go far in his career. He works hard, stays organized, and follows through on what he promises. When he sets a goal, he sticks to the plan and doesn't get lazy or distracted.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he doesn't break down or run away. He stands firm and tries to solve the problem quickly. Instead of showing panic or getting emotional, he'll get to work, organize the situation, and push everyone to stick to the plan. So he bounces back and carries the team forward, though sometimes people might feel he's a bit harsh.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work will likely respect his hard work and sense of responsibility, but liking him is a different story. He's very sure that his way is best, and he isn't gentle with words, which means clashes and arguments aren't uncommon. He won't waste time pleasing others, he's focused on results.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he might feel challenged rather than proud. He's very determined to be on top, and your success could make him feel like he's losing control or slipping behind. Sometimes he might compete with you or act strict to remind you who's boss.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, it's very likely he will feel uncomfortable and secretly resent it. He sees himself as the person who should be leading and setting the example, so your higher earnings may touch his pride. While he won't break down or stop working hard, don't expect open happiness for your achievement unless he learns to adjust his mindset.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money very carefully and doesn't spend without thinking. Every rupee is likely counted, and he will plan and organize expenses, making sure nothing is wasted. He prefers saving over splurging, and you won't see him making sudden, careless purchases on a whim.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can afford and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He's practical and keeps a close eye on his spending, making sure everything fits within his means. He's not bothered about showing luxury or status to people.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is tight with both money and his mindset. When it comes to spending, he thinks twice and won't give away easily, not just cash but also time and support. If you expect warm gestures or open hearted giving, you may end up disappointed.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and straightforward about money, telling you exactly how things are spent and saved. There are no hidden bank accounts or secret purchases. He believes in clear rules and keeping everything in order. He doesn't play games with finances, though you might find his approach a bit firm and unbending.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to think housework should be shared, but he'll want things done his way and may be very particular about how every chore is handled. Don't expect him to leave all the work to you. He believes in having rules and keeping things neat, but he might check or correct how you do things, sometimes making it less relaxing. So, teamwork is there, but strictness comes along with it.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will help with chores and diapers, but you may often find him more focused on supervising and making sure everything is done his way. He's not the type to just sit back and watch. He'll roll up his sleeves, but expects the work to be done neatly according to his standards. Sometimes he might give more instructions than hands on help, offering advice or corrections while you work.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he will argue to prove he's right instead of really trying to understand your side. He believes strongly in his way and doesn't easily change his opinion, even if you explain your feelings or point of view. When there's a disagreement, be prepared for him to talk firmly and push his ideas, not slow down and listen.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he usually stays controlled and doesn't get wild or shout, but his words can be sharp and hurtful. Instead of yelling, he might use strong language or make comments that sting, showing impatience or frustration. He doesn't soften easily, so his anger may feel strict rather than comforting.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he isn't the type to get angry very quickly. He keeps his cool and doesn't lose his temper over small things, so you won't have to worry about sudden bursts or shouting matches. His anger builds slowly, usually when he feels his way is not being respected or things are not done properly.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry and take responsibility. Most of the time, he will try to defend his actions or explain why he was right rather than admit any fault. If you value humble and honest communication, this could feel frustrating or lonely.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to respect your boundaries, especially when rules are clear and firm. He understands when you say no because he believes in structure and order. While he isn't forceful or dangerous, you may sometimes feel he doesn't back off easily the first time.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He sees things in a very direct way and may feel rejected or upset if you say no, thinking it means something is wrong between you. It's important to talk openly and explain that your feelings don't mean you care less.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and not use them to hurt or embarrass you later. He's practical and serious and doesn't believe in playing games or humiliating people, even if he is strict or blunt at times. So you don't have to worry about him using your intimate moments against you in arguments or to put you down.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He is focused, practical, and prefers to stick to the commitments he makes. You won't have to worry much about him flirting or straying. He isn't the type to risk what he has for short lived attention.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He isn't very over possessive or constantly jealous. He likes things done in a certain way and can be strict about rules at home. But he won't keep checking up on you or act suspicious if you talk to other people. His sense of control comes from wanting order, not from insecurity or fear about losing you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what looks like being protective often comes from a controlling personality. He may say he wants to look out for you, but many of his actions are about making sure things go according to his rules. His idea of caring involves taking charge and expecting you to follow along rather than giving freedom or supporting your choices.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to handle everything alone. He believes in sharing responsibility and keeping things organized together so you won't find yourself doing all the work with the kids. He will show up for routines and tasks, wanting things done properly.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will usually stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't get angry quickly and prefers to handle problems by explaining or correcting what went wrong instead of shouting. Even if he's strict with rules, he keeps a cool head during mistakes.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will support your role as a mother, wanting you to be responsible and organized at home. However, when it comes to your own dreams and independence, he might struggle to give you space or cheer you on. If your wishes fit into his idea of how things should be, you'll have his support.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might support your career while it fits his plan, but could later expect you to quit or focus only on home after you have a child. He likes things to run smoothly and follow his sense of order, which often means clear roles in the family. If you want to keep working after children, be ready to talk openly and stand firm about your goals.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but warmth and genuine affection may be missing. He follows social rules and keeps things organized, so he'll be respectful and proper when interacting with them. His care shows up through showing respect, not through open displays of love. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than change himself for them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and won't react with anger or drama. He stays cool under pressure and prefers to deal with problems by setting clear boundaries or having firm conversations. He won't explode or start fights, but he might insist on doing things his way and expect others to adjust.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's likely to expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives, even if he seems more modern and practical with you in private. He values order, family respect, and clear roles. So, when it comes to gatherings, customs, or special occasions, he'll want you to follow the usual ways. Dress neatly, behave politely, and observe family traditions. If you prefer living on your own terms everywhere, this could feel limiting. So, talk openly about what matters most for you before making any big decisions.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will support you, but his support will be firm and may not always feel soft or comforting. He won't simply stay out of the problem and is not likely to side with his family against you unless he feels you've broken an important rule. He feels loyalty toward his partner, especially inside his own home.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't exactly a mummy's boy, but family rules and traditions matter a lot to him. If there's a conflict with his mother, he will choose your side if he feels you're right and your actions match his ideas of order and respect. His support depends on whether your side fits into his plans or values.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the kind of man who will share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He prefers to keep personal matters private and doesn't believe in mixing home problems with outside family talk. Still, remember that if something very big happens, he may seek firm advice, but he won't spill ordinary issues or betray your trust easily.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man means living with discipline, routines, and strong expectations every day. He's reliable and hardworking, always making sure things are organized and done properly. But life can feel serious and less spontaneous.